Morning, folks. We just got dropped off. We're gonna start right here, kind of make a little gather on those cows we dropped off yesterday through that gate. That gate's just right over the side of that hill there, and then we'll take them down the canyon. This push in the past has typically gone real smooth. These cattle at this point usually fly down this canyon, but I'm not gonna guarantee they're going to or anything. Usually the hardest part is right at the top here, and once we get down and meet the main road through the place, it gets pretty simple. But the way these cattle were acting yesterday, wanting to cut off and crap like that, I don't know exactly what'll happen, but we'll find out. I got a camera on Ollie today. I'll try and make sure and get some footage from him. So yeah, that's that. We got this little bunch of cows here picked up. It's pretty straightforward. Put them down on the bottom and keep going down with them. And climb back up the hill for anything else we see. Bill's here working with me. He's just over that little hill there, pushing anything he finds up there down. Pat's taking the truck a little further down the canyon to go check one of the side canyons that these cattle like to go up. Pretty simple morning. Turn around and walk and you'll be there faster. This is a couple of these cows in this bunch were the cattle that were really fighting us yesterday at the end and wanting to fight the dogs. Kind of a problem when guys don't have good dogs. The cows learn that they can fight the dogs and win, and then they get soured and they just want to fight every dog, and you end up having to have some overly aggressive dogs to rectify that situation. I don't have overly aggressive dogs, but I have dogs that won't make cows want to just turn around and fight them constantly. So they say one dog can do the work of 3 hands, and it takes 3 hands to fix what one bad dog messed up. And I believe it. Bill's got that whole hillside moving. That's the little bunch I just got started. We got a pair headed this way. The gate we put them through is right down on the bottom here. I'm gonna go to it, and then there's a reservoir below it and gather the reservoir. I don't see anything on that far side yet. I'm sure there probably will be at some point. There usually is. So it's just starting the chess match, you know, all the pieces are moving. You gotta try and be where you need to be to do the most good and conserve as much horse as possible. That way you can expend them if you gotta be somewhere real hard. Baker, get back. If you gotta be somewhere real fast, make a real hard run to something, you got the horse available to do it. So Henry's feeling good this morning. Another beautiful morning in the Nevada desert. So it looks like I've got 2 cows. No, they got 2 calves. Looks like there's 2 cows and 2 calves in this corner. Of course, I'm gonna push them out of this corner, but I'm gonna make sure that they're correct pairs when I do. If we had missed a calf yesterday, typical behavior of a desert cow, if she doesn't know how to go through a fence, will be just to go back, and she'd end up right in this corner, headed back to look for her calf, the last place she nursed it. So at first I thought it was just 2 cows standing in this corner, and I was gonna say we're gonna go check and see if they're tight bagged, which means their bag's full of milk. It hasn't been drank by the calf. But both, there is a calf here. There's one pair, and then I'm not sure the other's a pair. It could be, but I'm not sure. We'll kind of see how they look right here. The red pair, I'm sure is correct. I want to see what this yellow is here. She's kind of looking back at these like that might be her calf. Baker, get back. I don't know what kind of bulls any of this stuff was with last year to make these calves. I would assume they're Beefmaster bulls. They are this year. But, you know what happens when you assume. Everything looks pretty happy here. We'll ride up on this yellow and at least look at her bag, though. Make sure she's been nursed. If she's been nerfed, I'm going to say that that's her calf. Kind of acts like her calf. She looked back at it. It follows her. Yeah, they trot off. That calf wants to follow her pretty good. She's been nursed. Okay, we're good here. That's the gate right there that we dropped these cows through yesterday. We came down through that little canyon there. There's another gate on this fence line into the reservoir that was left open last night intentionally. So we're gonna go into it and stir the pot at the reservoir, get everything pushed out. Baker, get back. And if I were to just start those down the canyon and follow them, I'd end up way ahead of all these that are coming down the hill. And that's called short circling somebody. So I'm gonna start these at the reservoir, get them headed down the canyon, and then go back around the Baker. Hey, no. Go back up around these and help them come down the hill. Cattle travel the best in the desert when they're lined out. They don't travel good in a wad. You guys saw that yesterday at the end there. The cattle were just a wad. Get back. So if I can start these and they lead off, then these cattle that are still on the side hill can end up behind them in a line, make that big long line. And when you get bigger numbers of cattle put together on the desert, that line gets longer and longer. I mean, there's been instances, and I've seen it, where you'll have cattle lined out single and maybe double file for a mile or better. You know, they know where they're going. They just put their heads down and walk. Mackie Hedges, a friend of mine, I respectfully call him an old timer. Very respectfully. I think a lot of him. Anyways, him and I were talking about jumping cattle first thing in the morning, and is it better to sew them up and make them walk early in the morning so they'll travel faster in the afternoon, or is it better to let them trot first thing in the morning, cover a bunch of country, but then they're going to be tired in the afternoon? And we talked about it. This is, gosh, probably 10 years ago. In fact, it was 10 years ago. It was 10 years ago, almost to the day, actually, now that I think about it. That's kind of cool. Anyways, we talked about it for a couple hours one evening, and he gave a bunch of stories and examples, and I was really green at the time, so I didn't have many stories, but I tried to listen as much as I could, and kind of the consensus we came to is that it's about the same both ways. You know, you're going to cover a lot of ground at the beginning one way, or they'll go pretty steady the other. What? You finally realize there's cattle there? I personally, if they want to trot off, I'll let them trot off. If they want to walk off with their heads down in a line, be nice, I'll let them. You know, I don't want to force them to do the other one, because then you end up fighting them. And you know, especially if they're gonna trot off headed the right direction, well, that's just fine too. So anyways, I'll bring you guys with us why we gather this little reservoir here. That gate headed up out of it and that corner shut. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to go help him because these cattle are spoiled on dogs. Ollie, here! Go right. Baker, shut up! Left. Oh, I wish Ollie didn't bark so much. Hup! 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 Get back. Huh? Huh? Oh, it's gonna be a long day. I know these cattle try and head up this hill right here. They're just going to try and fan out and screw me right there. Baker, get back. So I'm going to keep them down the bottom here and prevent that. Come here. Don't mind if they head this way, but I don't want them headed out that way. Oh, you black sow. Cool. I don't know where Bill's at. He should still be up on that side hill pushing those down, but he must have had something else to go do. It's all right. We about got these where we want them. The lead cow up there is headed the right way. I see there's somebody on a horse up there. Got cattle all over above them. Looks like there's a cowboy up high too. So they're both up there helping. I got some above me here that I need to get ahead of. Alright, that black cow up in front, she's headed the right way now. We're winning. Got them trailing down now. I'm gonna start kind of cleaning up everything that's still above me here. Most of these hopefully will just kind of line out and go now that we kind of give them the idea. So if they side hill around here, it ends up in a pinch point up there where they have to drop down into the bottom. I'm not terribly concerned that these aren't going down into the bottom, especially with 3 guys here. The biggest thing is just make sure and keep cleaning it as I go. I see I got a cowboy on top of that hill. Looks like he's disappearing. No, he's coming this way. So he might be going to get some that are in the flats right here that I'm headed to also, which is great, you know. Like I said, it's just kind of a chess match up here, you know. You need to be where you need to be, but you want to try and get there as easy as possible on your horse and your dogs. So this kind of a chess match is one of my favorite things about cowboying. Like, Brandon's fun and you know, life's good and all that, but I really enjoy this. I really look forward to trying to outthink and outmaneuver cattle and maintain as good a condition on my horses as possible. And knowing the country helps immensely. You know, if a guy didn't know this drive, it would be kind of tough. And it was tough learning it. I had a lot of cow fights, a lot of cow wrecks. That learning curve was pretty steep on this desert. Once I got it figured out, it sure went smoother. And let's go up right here. Come on, girls, you were asked nicely once. Black cattle don't travel. I will stand by that till the end. Not saying every red cow travels, but I notice it's a lot more of the black ones that you got to work for every step rather than just trailing out and making it easy. Yeah, Bill's up on that ridgeline there. You guys might be able to see him. Got a bunch of cows going there. I'm gonna stand right here and take these cattle from him. I'll kind of go meet him up there. I guess that's better. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go take those cattle from him. Just put them in this bunch and then take them down. One, he's gonna go after that bunch right over there and push them down. I'm gonna work these two bunches like was the plan. Baker, get back. And we see one pair over there on that other side. It's not crucial right now to get every last cow. So I mean, if I get to a point where I can go get her, I will. But it's not like a gather where we need everything. The cattle come off this desert in bunches, and we've got enough to make the bunch we need right now. So are you balling, red calf? Did you wander too far from your mother? Left, left, left. Baker, shut up. Baker, go right. Baker, Baker, go right. Baker, go right. Baker, go right. Ollie, Ollie. The first time I've ever been able to send these dogs in two different directions. So that's pretty cool progress. Good girl, Baker. You must have bit your tongue a little bit or something. I see your tongue's got a little bit of blood on it. Hey, get back now, they're going. Anyways, same plan with these. I'm gonna push them down and make sure I'm not get ahead of Bill. Go on, girls. Kind of want him to take the side hill right here. Get back! Because I got some cattle down on that side hill. Huh! Cattle don't usually want to walk straight up and down hills. Just so it's easier on your horse not to go straight up or down a steep hill. Go on, girls, they're not bothering you right now. So that's when they kind of came down this way, and at some point I had to turn them back to go in the direction they need to be. and now it's going to be easier for him to walk. There's a trail, basically it stays the same elevation more or less, but it goes that way, and eventually it gets on such a steep side hill that it forces them to go down into the bottom onto the main trail. So they're going the right way there. I'm going to peek over in this canyon, make sure nothing's just standing there trying to hide. Like I said, though, typically once they're down in that bottom, they travel better. They quit ratting around so much. But every day is a new day on the desert, that's for sure. Ooh. Get back. Okay, Bill sent them down. I'm gonna have to make sure and get ahead and turn them down. The bottom of this draw here, usually they'll head down fairly easy in. I want to make sure and get this bunch shoved off over this ridge into this draw first, so they don't just turn around and start walking back that way. Huh! Go on. Hey. Hey. See, those cattle are starting to head down right there anyways. Get back. On. So those cattle were rimming around on that trail I was talking about that gets so steep it drops in there. Bill got ahead of them before that point, and he's bringing them back to put them all this draw, to put them in the bottom, which is just fine too. There's not a thing wrong with any of that. You know, he might have could have followed these down further or something like that, and then just followed those down that trail, but that trail gets on a pretty good side hill and pretty steep, and you know, I don't know anything about the horse he's riding. If it's a young colt or a jughead or something like that, he might want to avoid being on that steep of a spot with it, and I don't blame him for that. I definitely avoided it on certain horses, and I won't try and deny that. I'm gonna get above these, head towards the bottom with them. So, well, Bill abandoned ship and said to hell with the plan, I guess. He's going up to get the one pair that we talked about we didn't need to worry about, so I'm stuck with this by myself, so that's awesome. Go left. Left. Skeet him. Skeet him. Okay. So I'm gonna try and send these down, get them in the bottom of the canyon, get them pointed the right way, and then I'll go up and follow these cattle that are up high. I wish he hadn't rode off doing that, but no, one of the black cows wants to go the wrong way up the canyon. They must just like get hotter because of their hair color and it bakes their brains. Ollie, Baker, come here. Go right. Go right. You sow. Come here. That's the cow we just turned around up top. Skeeter. 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 Good, here. Huh? Shh. Now the bulls want to do it. Get ahead. Get ahead. Skeet him. Get ahead. Get ahead. Get ahead. Ollie, what are you doing? Left, skeet him. Skeet him. Skeet him. Skeet him. Skeet him. Skeet him. Okay, I'm up on the side hill. Ollie's with me. Baker's down there. I'm gonna ride out this little point, make sure the cattle kept going the right way. They're being awfully stupid this morning. You gotta pick up your feet and this stuff, huh, Henry? Hut! 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 Hop! 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 So ideally we'd have a guy in the bottom following them and a guy up here following these that are high, but it's not that one guy can't do this, it's that it's just easier with two is all. Hut! I've seen some bunches come down this where every one of them went down the canyon and where every one of them went around this spot on the side hill. Sometimes they split it. I don't know if you guys can see the cattle over there that are falling down in there, but that's just what we need up here. Might come down over here and check on these cattle again. Three bulls lollygagging. Skeet 'em. Skeet 'em. I wish I could have the distance on Ollie to have him just follow some, but he'll end up back up here with me. I see this cow's facing up the hill being stupid. I heard Baker yelping down there. Maybe they're still down there. Nope, Ollie's headed this way and Baker's mad because he's climbing the hill faster than she can. Anyways, I'm gonna go just keep bumping these. I'm pretty sure those ones on the bottom will keep going, and if not, I can get back around them easy enough. These three are being a really big pain. They're wanting to try and rim out and get above me. Pay attention, hen. Oh, little horse, you got a lot of go. Yes, you do. Old calves that have been weaned, they don't have a clue as to what's going on. Skeet him. 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 The cows will naturally wean them. Skeet them! So they have zero reason to want to follow a cow right now. Come on, Baker! Skeet him! Skeet him! You guys running off being dumb. If I can cut them off here. Ollie! Ollie! Good boy, hen. Glad you got a full motor of steam this morning. Black calf blew out over there. These calves are, when they're weaned on the desert like this, they get really waspy, or not waspy, but really dumb. Hey! 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 Oh, I said, oh, you're gonna walk into a big ass badger hole, stupid. You need to respect that. I know we were trying to get ahead of him, but you need to respect it when I ask you to stop. Baker! Hey, come on, Baker! Not be able to keep running Henry very long like this. Hi. You little dumb shit, stop. Get ahead of him, Henry. Right here. Ooh. Whoa means whoa, Henry. Really need that calf to drop down into the bottom there. Unfortunately, that's as good as I need right there. Pat's on the other side. Hey, come here. All right, we're gonna go back and get the others. And Baker should be behind us a ways. I imagine she's just getting tired. Hi, Baker. I think she just sat on a point and watched us. But now I gotta get up and ahead of that last little bunch so they don't blow out. They didn't run off like that first calf did, but I knew if I could keep him on this side, eventually it'd get so steep that it would force him down in there. That was a good run, bud. You did good there. Those are the kind of runs that you try to avoid. That chest match I keep talking about. Having to spend as much time with the last of them to make sure that they went down where they should, because Bill left and went chasing fairy tales, put me way behind the gun in terms of the chess match. There was a check there for a moment, but not a checkmate. So the dogs are together, which is good, because Ollie knows the country, and if I have to take off and outrun them again, Baker will stay with Ollie. I was really hoping that if I put some pressure on him with the dog, that calf would panic and bail downhill to get away from the dog, but he didn't. He probably, last gather or something like that, that calf probably got away from somebody by trying to rim around like that, which is why he tried it again. And even if he thinks he got away from me, this time he ended up where I wanted him to. So we win even if you don't see it that way. I'm going to trot this road just a little bit and get up high. I don't think these couple cows are going to be a problem. And as far as I know, the 3 calves that we jumped to start that whole mess, I think they ended up down in the canyon somewhere. I don't know. I don't think they ran out over this pass, and it's about the only spot they do. Don't know. There's always remnants that you end up gathering 1 and 2s at a time, and sometimes it's calves that the cows have weaned like that. And those are always fun. You have to run them goofy ones down a rope. And Baker, get back. If you're too tired to keep up, you're too tired to try and do something. So. There's two of the calves. There's all three of them right there. Well, that's good. We still got them. They want to hang out here. I'm going to try and just shove these right down the bottom of this. I need her to turn. Hey, bitch! Hey! Hey! Perfect. These calves got tired enough they wanted to mother up to some cows. We'll use that to our advantage. Huh! Go right. Go right. Ollie! Here! Where's Ollie now? Baker's with me. Hey, go right. Come here, go right. Go right. Go right. Skeet him. Skeet him. Skeet him. Go right. Go right. Oh, they're gonna blow out the other way. God damn it. Okay, the cow's going where I want. Let's see if we can get above the calves. Hey, calves. Ollie, get out. Down the hill, you little dummies. Here. Jeez, calves. Look for some cows to go to. We just about got him. Skeet him. Skeet him. Skeet him. Skeet him. There we go, guys. Baker! Come here! Well, there we go. Cowboys win. I'm gonna walk around this hill a little bit here and see what I see. I'm gonna find a spot where I can step off of Henry. There's a, looks like a little trail right down here. And we'll let Henry take a breather. And there's the tail end of them, it looks like. Some bulls anyways. Alright, Aaron Henry's back out. Dogs are taking a breather. Ollie, come here. Is your camera still rolling or is it shut off? So, come here. Or just lay right there, that's fine. Anyways, I see Pat's down the bottom. Break time. Alright, well, everybody got some air. Join Pat down there in the bottom following these. That was a pretty tough run there for everybody. Tougher for everybody than it was for me, for sure, but that's why you don't take horses that aren't legged up out to the desert, if at all avoidable. If I'd have been on Hot Lips, or probably even Luke, as old as he's getting, I wouldn't have made that work. So anyways, I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so, whoa, God, that was graceful, Henry. Jeez, we're gonna try that one again. All right, well, Pat and I's just following these down the canyon. They can't rat around too much on us now. We just about got them. They can go up, what, one way on each side basically, huh? Maybe two ways on the right side. But that's what's happening. Gave Henry a little drink, didn't let him drink too much, but he's still pretty hot, you guys can see. So. All right, well, we're down here in the bottom, giving the horses a break in the shade of the trailer there. We're waiting for Bill to get done having whichever wild adventure he's having. So we're gonna make us a cup of coffee here. Well, there's Bill. Our coffee's in the middle of brewing. He come home with a little bunch of them. Coffee's made, calling it lunch. Fire's stomped out. That way it won't cause no problems. Ollie's taking a good nap over there. Bill's loading his horse in the trailer. We're gonna try and chouse him down the canyon from the pickup. Everybody's horse had a pretty good day already today. They're borderline toasted, so we'll see what the rest of the day holds. Alright, when we got down here to where the road and the canyon split, Bill and I got out. Pat's gonna take the pickup around to where we're ending up to pick us up once we get there. Should be pretty simple from here on out. Just pushing them down as pretty little canyon here. We got a gate at the bottom of it. Those of you that have been watching the channel a little while, we've gone through this gate a couple times both ways, I believe. So I'm gonna get around these on this side and get them pushed over to the other side, because this canyon turns into cliffs on either side and there's no way out of it. Sorry, Henry. Ooh. Man, I can't believe how warm this weather is right now. I'm out here in just Levi's in a shirt. It just, early November, it should be a lot colder than this. It's definitely a nice Indian summer. Part of the reason these cows are fighting us on going home so hard is that green feed up top still there. They just don't want to go home. You know, if it was cold every night, it's not even freezing at night, but if it was cold every night and the feed was dry and hard, they'd be pretty ready to go home, but that ain't the case. Definitely a good fall on the desert. My day work's been kind of slower this year, and might be a lot of it is guys can stay out a lot longer. I don't know, maybe I'll have a busier November than I expected to. That would be okay. Might even run into December a little bit, but I got a baby due the 30th of December, so I got to stick pretty close to home there. Hey, un momento. There's some big fissures in the ground right here, and these cattle are stuck on, so I'm gonna go down here and get around them. But yeah, I better stick pretty close to home middle of December, or else I'm gonna be in big trouble. Mucho peligro aquí. Definitely would not want to fall in there.
Vámonos.
Well, guys, our gate's just ahead up here, right? I mean, like you see it right there. So we're gonna get him through the gate and then jump in the pickup, and that's gonna be our day. I gotta drive home once we get back to the ranch. I load Luke up and head for the house, and maybe I'll get home in time to have dinner with my wife. Maybe not, but anyways, I appreciate you guys riding along. Make sure and like and subscribe and share the videos on your Facebook and all that stuff. Check out RebuckNevada.com, get yourself some ropes, some other stuff. I got a whole clinic. It's a collaboration with 310 and Dalton Darnell. Be in Waimea, Hawaii, January 30th and 31st. It's a roping clinic. You can sign up for it at 310edu.com. I'm super stoked about that. It'd be a great Christmas present to give to somebody, and you know, wives, if you're watching this, sign your husband up for the class, buy some plane tickets, and get out of the cold in January. Be a heck of a nice treat, and I hope to see you guys there. Make sure and get a gram of protein per pound of body weight to be in your best body condition. You'll feel better. You won't want to eat as much junk food. Best protein out there is Transparent Labs. It's all natural, organic, grass-fed whey protein. They got a bunch of other stuff on their website too. Use the link below to get 10% off all their products. Anyways, guys, it's been a beautiful day here. It's a pretty tough one there for a few minutes, but the Lord watched us, kept us safe. I'm grateful for that. And we'll see you guys on the next one.